Verse 21. Because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High, neither were they thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish and hurtful hearts were darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changing the glory. And changing, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. And that's in the book of Leviticus, I think it's 20, oh man, what's it called, man? Leviticus 20 and 12, I believe it is, man. I should know this of heart, where it mentions if a man lay with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, and they shall surely be put to death. That's what it says, according to the law, on that regard. So that's what they were doing in ancient Rome. But as it is written, the Most High gave them up to those vile affections, because they chose not to believe in the Lord. They chose to believe in those ill thoughts of the imaginations of their hearts, which is really the law of the mind in this case. I want to turn over here. We're going to go this way over here.
I think definitely.
Right? So that's what happened. The Lord gave them up to them spirits, man. It's like, I remember Captain Zariak, he was disputing that fact that the Lord can turn a man inside out and a woman inside out. He can do that. The Lord can do whatever the hell he wants to do, man. You can't encapsulate the Most High. How dare you? You can't do that. But see, once again, this just goes to show you that we gotta fear the Lord, because the Lord can bug you the hell out. Have you thinking that here it is, you a man here on earth in the physical, and have you believe that you a woman. You a good looking woman, man. Most High could do that kind of stuff. So we gotta just be real. The Lord gave this, according to the book of Romans 1, 1 verse 24, I believe it is. The Lord gave them up to vile affections. And as Paul put it, let me read some more of this, man. Yeah, gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, and changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. And likewise, also the men leaving the natural use of the woman burned in their lust one towards another. As he says, right? Men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error. So that's what was going on in Rome, the Roman Empire. So this is how you know that we're back in the Roman Empire all over again, according to the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, where it mentions the fourth beast. Okay, and we're the last part of the beast. We're at the fourth beast, or the other half of the fourth beast, I would say. We're in the Roman Empire, and guess what? It's the same thing, man. Men on men working that which is unseemly, and receiving the recompense of their error. And then you have women on women too. Well, I don't have to say that. When I say man on man, that includes them too. But yeah, this is what's going on out here, man. But Esau has influenced the majority of the population to accept this doctrine as okay. All doctrines that have been to be thought against at one time or another, because the majority of the people back in the day, the 70s, it was considered a mental case, a mental problem. But now it's, oh yeah, they're human beings. They were supposed to accept them for who they are. But in all reality, the reason why they have that mental case, because if you really analyze why they turn out to be that way, because it's all to do with what happened to them when they were children. A lot of the times. I would say for the majority of the time, I would say all the time, really, because I keep using the word because I mean, like, that's a psychological defect. That's a severe psychological defect. That's not something that, let me use another word. Think about the word. That's not something that's like, to just say, oh yeah, well, this is the way that it is. And pretty much, this is what I chose to do. And it was to do with how I feel and, these silly little words. No, it has every little thing to do with that person or that man thinking that he's a woman now, or thinking that he belongs to the same sex. The dude when he was a young boy, he was traumatized because someone sodomized him when he was a child. So he believes that basically he's supposed to have been a woman. That's what that goes back to, man. It's a psychological defect, and the word psychological means the study of the soul. So when you go through some severe levels of trauma, it can change you psychologically. It can change your spirit. So their spirit has been changed because of the traumatic experience that they've underwent. And if you talk to these people, I guarantee you, they'll tell you this. They'll let you know from the jump. I've been sodomized, man. When I was 12, I've been sodomized when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. Like real shit. Okay? These people got psychological issues, man. So there you go. That's all I gotta read on that. So let me go get another precept. Psalms 5. We're gonna get Psalms 5. For thou art not a power that hath pleasure in wickedness, and neither shall evil dwell with thee. So no evil is going to dwell in the presence of the Lord, especially in the kingdom. So prior before the kingdom is set up, what's going to happen, man? The Lord is going to what? Bring Esau down to the lowest pit of hell. And I'm not talking about the hell you think I'm talking about. You silly Christians out there. All right? They got this picture in their mind, which was taught to them, of you burning in hellfires, and you got this guy with this big pitchfork, and he's red all over. He's got 2 horns on his damn head, and he got canine teeth. Come on, man, that's ridiculous. If you understand something, man, that's nothing but Greek mythology. That's Hades and Pluto's, the god of the underworld or the god of the ground. That's where you get the term plutocracy from, because the term plutocracy means the rulership of the rich. You get your riches from the ground. Okay? Like I said, brothers, just bear me, man. My eyes are just watery. They're not dry, they're just watery for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, so yeah, that's it on that. So now let me go back. Yeah, let me read this again, because I wanted to make another point too. For thou art not the Most High that have pleasure in wickedness, and neither shall evil dwell with thee. Because the thing with Esau takes pleasure, like I said earlier before. Esau takes pleasure in wickedness, because that's his born purpose, is to be the wicked. All right? But with that being said, like I said, the Lord does not take pleasure in that. So this is going to be the case. This is Job 21. And we're going to read 30. At the end of all of this wickedness that he has done, he has to pay. For whatever man soweth, that shall he also reap. Galatians 3:25, that reads, for the man shall receive for the wrong that which he hath done. So we could talk about the slavery upon the children of Israel that they brought. We could talk about the oppression they brought. We could talk about all of the various wicked things that they've done, including the sorcery and witchcraft, which all of it's to do with witchcraft anyway. They're going to pay for all of that. that the wicked is reserved. Let me read this the right way. Verse 29, have you not asked them that go by the way, and do you not know their tokens? This is Job 21 and 29 to verse 30. That the wicked is reserved for the day of destruction, and they shall be brought forth, if I'm correct, right, they shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Because remember, in the book of Romans, Paul likens them as the sons of perdition, which the word perdition just means destruction. So they're fitly set to be destroyed for their works. For the simple fact of their works, they're going to be destroyed. As it is written, the wickedness, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, because through wickedness, you don't get to build with that. All you do with that is to deteriorate. It's to degenerate yourself. It's to degenerate things. There's no building of that. There's no benefit to the knowledge of wickedness. Wisdom is supposed to elevate you. Wisdom is supposed to bring forth growth. Build. There's no building with the knowledge of wickedness. And that's why this world is where it's at right now. And we're in a mess. If you look at the earth is in a mess. This part of the earth anyway, which the earth in the Hebrew is a ratazah, which means land or earth. All right, so if you look at where we at, excuse me, I took a picture, man. Yeah, there's no leaves on the tree. The grass is struggling to grow, and we're in the month of spring.